Right, let's have a quick fly through the guide and how the guide works, or your knowledge base, right? Whatever you want to call it. So I go up here to support. No, I don't. I go to guide. Um, so my guide's set up into three different sections. There's effectively a search box, articles. All these are articles. Even though my blog, I had a spell of blogging through this. I'm not probably a good thing. It's basically your knowledge base. So mine is up here, look, on the light version, paul.zendesk.com. On the more expensive versions, you can make that support.yourdomain.com. But probably Zendesk itself is it's probably not a bad thing to leave as, because it does seem to pick up well on search engines. I get a lot of visitors through this on my search. And there's a community aspect of it, which I'm not sure, is it because I'm logged in? Paul.zendesk. Sometimes logged in is different to logged out. Recently, I'm sure I did to my community. But you'll see that people can jump in, read articles, rate the articles, and leave a comment, right? They can sign in and leave a comment and things like that. So it's really easy to set up. And the second part of the guide is that there is a submit, a request button, right? So that is basically if you want someone to come to your website via and leave a message, then you would send them to that link, right? So if you see on my website, do I have a contact button? Yes, contact me, right? So it actually goes to pnuk.co/contact, but it will forward to the web form. Because I'm logged in, it doesn't show you. In fact, if I go back here, oh man, right, pnuk.co/contact, but then I forward that to that request button, so it will jump to here, okay? So in your guide, if you go to guide admin, I'm going to walk you through the back of the guide. You've got articles where you're going to set them. So you're going to go in and write an article. You're going to, that's not probably a good example because it is my blog, right? Let's go let's go way back, right? Buy or set up your domain. So I can add a title, like any kind of blog post. Embed a video if it's video training. Put in my information. Message by who can manage this article. Is it the managers or the agents and the managers? That's setting permissions. Who's it visible to? Only people who are signed in. So you might want to have a private knowledge base that says you need to sign in to see this stuff. It might just be for your staff. So you can have a knowledge base for your own staff to view. So if you've got some sort of internal training you want to do, you could make it that only agents and managers can see that. Open for comments. Promote it would make it a featured article. Who's the author? If you've got more than one, you could tag. Any labels, any attachments, and then you would save it, right? So it's really easy to manage and do the hierarchy on the articles and see everything you've got. Obviously, if you haven't published anything, any drafts, you can go through and edit and change. Anything you've closed, you can take articles down. Any spam comments you would see. Arrange the articles. So if you want to import articles, you can. But if you wanted, so let's show that so it's frequently asked questions and announcements. If I wanted to move that up, it would change. I think it automatically changes. So if I go back here now, announcements should jump across. Oh, there we go. So you can arrange the articles in whichever order you want. So the categories you can arrange, and then in each category you have tagged an article. Theme, you can tinker with the themes. I think this is Copenhagen or something. Yeah, Copenhagen. I think it's a very popular theme. You can add themes. There's probably a place to buy themes and stuff like that. You can tinker with it. Within the team, you can within the theme, you can. It's a while since I've done this. You can add your code. You can add your copy. I can't remember how to do it off the top of my head. But you can go through and edit your and put some code in there if you wanted to track how many people have visited. if you wanted to do a cookie consent or edit code. It says there, right? So you can go in and tinker with the code. So you go to the header maybe and add any code. Yeah, I think that's the actual widget. That's opt-in forms. I don't need that anymore. Actually, I don't use it. Clicky stats. I could add my clicky stats. I don't use that either. It's a good thing I've got rid of some cookies on that knowledge base. But you can tinker with it and do anything you want. So you can see the knowledge base is something you build. It's an article-driven place. It's somewhere people can talk. I'm not sure what's happened to my community. I wonder if they upgraded and then downgraded me. I'm not sure what happened to my community tab. So there's a bit of a forum area, but it seems to have gone missing. Guide, content moderation. So there's obviously settings as well. Security, powered. I'd leave that Zendesk logo on if you give me any commission. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my community. Activate community. Gather set. I don't know. Adds community features to her help center. All right. Allow users to create an alias to keep their real name private. Yeah, it's okay. So let's turn that on. Yeah, the gather's like another level funky thing that you might want to look into, but I'm not sure how it works. Does that add some sort of community aspect to it? Yeah. There is some sort of forum thing there that comes up as well, which I'll do better versions of in my videos. It's a bit scatty now, isn't it? I think they upgraded and downgraded me. I went to an upgrade and paid 300 quid, but it didn't have the feature I wanted because their pricing page is rubbish. So then I asked them to put me back, and they might not put me back to exactly where I was. Oh, it's the community tab's here now, look. So if you've got any community things you want to put, so this is more of a forum. Feature requests, you can have little categories, general discussion. So what's your biggest online issue? So I can ask questions and people can comment. People can just write a new post. Title, general discussion. So I can set these categories: video request, Zendesk, help guide, better intro. That intro to guide was rubbish. Can you do a better one? Please. Submit. So they can add these different, they now can add their own, your customers or your help staff can add a information. There's the community now showing up. So you see here, join the community, recent activity in the community. Or I think that's the whole thing really. Zone training. Join the conversation. Oh, I put it in video request, didn't I? Video request, Zendesk help guide. Better intro, so people can come in. They'd have to sign in and agree, share, do whatever they want. So that was a little bit scatty again, but I think you get the point. That you can have your knowledge base articles, you put them in categories. You can have a forum that has categories to help people ask questions. You can convert tickets to categories or knowledge base articles and things like that as well. So it's really cool, right?